Hey everybody, I'm back again, Cory Ballad with another video. This is going to be a movie review. I haven't done one in a long time. I'm going to do a movie review. Go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and visit my other platforms. corysong.blogspot.com. That's my blog where you can find my other stuff. Got a new book up, ebook. It's called I Have Done Enough. It's by Cory Ballad. It's free. It's on my blog. Once again, corysong.blogspot.com. Twitter is Cory Ballad. Instagram is Cory Ballad. And the second one is Cory Ballad Poet. Go ahead and share the video on other platforms. This is going to be a movie review, like I said. It's going to be about the Clark sisters, First Ladies of Gospel, the movie. It's a biopic movie about the Clark sisters, which is a gospel group. And like I said, I haven't done a movie review in a long time since I started doing videos, so a long time ago. And I'm going to try to do it a little bit different. Last time I talked off my head. I'm going to talk off my head a little bit. It's going to be a mix, just like the other videos I've been doing. But I added some more stuff to it today. So I'm just going to go ahead. This is the Clark sisters, First Ladies of Gospel. And I went to IMDb to get the little specs. So that's how it's going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to go over the specs. The personnel involved in the movie, first of all. I might have to make this 2 videos because my phone, you guys know if you've been watching my videos, I have a new phone, has storage space on it, and so I don't know, I might have to keep this video under 10 minutes. So if it gets to 10 minutes, which it probably will, I'll probably have to make a second video to this. But anyway, let me get started. So the Clark sisters, First Ladies of Gospel. I'm saying it again. They got the cast and crew, and these are, I'm getting this all from IMDb and Wikipedia as well. My friend Wikipedia, but mostly IMDb. Cast and crew. The director was Christine Swanson. The story was written by Camille Tucker, and the producers were Holly Davis Carter, Queen Latifah, Steve Salomas, Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige. It had co-producers. It was Drew Sheard, which is Karen Clark's husband, and all the rest of the Clark sisters except Denise. So Jackie, Karen, Dorinda, and Twinkie Clark. And no Denise Clark. So that ties into what I have in my little notes here about Denise. Denise was not consulted for the movie. Her perspective was not taken into consideration. And she spoke about this. She actually did an interview once it was revealed that the Clark sisters would be getting a biopic movie on Lifetime. She came out of the hiding, or not hiding, but she came out of silence and did an epic interview that was like 4 hours, and I listened to all of it. But she said that she was not consulted or asked anything about. She was not involved in the movie, so this shows her name is not in the producing credits. Anyway, so the music was by Jonjnik Bonetemps. I don't know how you say that name. It's Jongnic Bonetemps. I guess it's Jonjnik. Cinematography was by Jason Tan. And then the cast. So we have as Maddie Moss Clark, we have Anjanae Ellis. I'm stumbling because I'm trying to think about if I want to say the actor's name first or the person they're portraying first. I'm gonna turn it around. Raven Goodwin played Denise Clark Bradford. Shalea, her name is Shalea Frazier. She played Dorinda Clark Cole. She goes by Shalea as a singer, I guess. Christina Bell plays Twinkie Clark Terrell. Angela Burchett plays Jackie Cullum Chisholm, and Kiera Sheard plays her mother, Karen Clark Sheard. And that's all of that. That's all the stuff that I have. I just wanted to do the basic stuff, not everything. I was thinking about doing everything, but maybe in another video. What's the light doing right here? Okay. So let's get into the movie part of it. So the movie started off in, it said 1963, and it showed Maddie Moss Clark, how she got the girls, the Clark sisters, basically to start singing. And so what she would do, well, she was in charge of the music of the Church of God in Christ. She was like the head person in charge of the music. And so she had her daughters, the Clark sisters, singing in the choir and stuff like that from a young age. So she started getting this vision to make them into a gospel group, and she started training them up as they were small children. So in the movie, it showed that how she got up late in the nighttime, and they said this on the Unsung episode. I didn't want to talk about the Unsung episode and all the other different interviews and stuff. I want to stick strictly to the movie. But anyway, yeah. So she would get up. She would, songs would come to her, melodies would come to her. She would get the Clark sisters up in the middle of the night. They were young children. She would get them up in the middle of the night, and she would make them sing. She would make them compose. Twinkie, who's her first name is Elbernita, but she goes by Twinkie. She had her play. She could play the organ, so she would have her play the piano and stuff like that. So she was teaching them at a very young age to become singers in a group. So that's how the opening started up. And so then it kind of skipped up into a couple of years to where they had grew up a little bit, and they had become a group, and they had been singing now together, and they were in the way that their mother, Maddie Moss Clark, wanted them to be. So it skipped to like 1973 in the movie. I think I want to end the video here actually because it's almost at 8 minutes, but I'm gonna go on. Before I get into some other stuff. I basically want to just summarize the movie right now, and then just go into some different things that I had found interesting, found funny, found, the production of the movie and so forth, so on and so forth. So yeah, so it started off in 1963, it skipped to 1973, and then it just showed the development of the Clark sisters, how they became a recording group, and not just people who sang in the church. At their church, they would go around. The mother, like I said, was in charge of the music for the Church of God in Christ, which is a denomination of Christianity in America. So she would go to different churches around the country, the United States, and they would have different musical events, concerts, or whatever was going on in the church, revivals or whatever. So she would go and she would, give music to the other churches and develop the choirs and develop music and songs or whatever the case. She was a writer and composer too. And so, what was I saying before I said all this? So yeah, so she started taking the Clark sisters, who was a group now, because she made them into that, take them around and have them sing stuff as well. And then she had Twinkie, who she brought up as basically the younger version of her. She had her start playing the piano, the organ, and composing and writing and stuff like that. And she became like her assistant. She would go on the road with her and help develop the choirs and the music and train the singers and all that stuff. Kind of getting up into, I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, they went from, I was saying all that to say, they went from doing that, going around in the churches and stuff like that, and they eventually became a singing group, a recording artist, and they started off as Christian or gospel artists, and then they got a wider audience and got some pop appeal as well as time went on. So I just talked about that development, as well as the struggle between the mother, Maddie Moss Clark, and the Clark sisters to find their own vision for their life and try to please their mother as well. Like, and then just talked about their lives and their struggles as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the summary of what happened in the movie. So now I'm just going to get into some different things that happened in the movie, what I liked about the movie and the production and the actors and so forth and so on, some funny things. I'm going to do that in the second part of the video because now the video's at about 12 minutes. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and share the video on other platforms. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and visit my blog.